Tune into YouthLinks. Get up to date with all your local teen gossip at YouthLinks podcast, where everything's such a blast.
Welcome to our podcast. My name is Aisha Goza.
And my name is Nazin Khan.
We are young people from Tower Hamlets creating a podcast by young people, for young people, on issues that are relevant to youth today. Our fantastic guest is Islah. Welcome, Islah. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I think you already done that. You guys alright?
Yeah, you?
Yeah, how's lockdown been for you?
It's alright.
It's boring now.
It's boring now, you're getting fed up.
Yeah, finally.
What are you waiting to do when lockdown's over?
To eat out at restaurants.
Eat out. Where's your favourite place to eat out?
Oh, that's actually a difficult one. Because I eat out a lot.
You eat out a lot?
Yeah. Maybe too much.
Maybe, hopefully you don't eat out too much, because when I was when the first lockdown, I put on some weight.
Yeah, and the gym's closed now, so...
Yeah, there's nowhere to lose it.
But, so we'll just start. So this is just a warm-up question. So, if you were on a deserted island, what are 3 things you would take to survive?
My wife and kid.
Oh, you got another choice?
That's it. If I take my wife, then I'll survive, because she'll just know what to do.
Alright.
Our next question is, what is your favourite food?
Ooh, my favourite food, surprisingly, is not rice and curry.
Yeah, we've been getting that.
Yeah, it is actually anything grilled. Grilled chicken, vegetables, and no rice, because rice has too much starch, making it fat. The older you get, the more fat you get. So.
Alright then. Your next question is, so do you have like a favourite type of music?
I listen to everything, but if I had to pick, it would be involving R&B style singing, because I come from that kind of background. So.
Our next question is, what inspires you?
What inspires me? It's less of what, it's more of who. And I have different people that inspire me for different reasons. So, for example, Will Smith, he inspired me as an actor, and what he did with Fresh Prince is what I did with Corner Shop.
Yeah.
I'm inspired by different music composers for when they make music for films, and the way they kind of help the audience feel a certain way through the way they create their music. For another example, actors in general, like certain actors that pull off really well good scenes, like Tom Hanks in Captain Phillips. He did a scene where he was supposed to act like he was in shock, and the nurse that was actually in the scene with him was a real nurse, so that she treated him as if he was in shock. And that kind of acting is what I aspire to be like when I'm performing as well, if that kind of makes sense. So I have a kind of different people that I look up to and I'm inspired by for different reasons.
Okay, the next question is, what does success mean to you?
Success means to me, success is a journey, it's not a destination. Because there's different levels of success, and success can mean something to you more personally than it would in general. Success can be passing your GCSEs. Mm-hmm. Success can be getting a job that you've really wanted to get. Success can be, following a fitness program and, losing a bit of weight or gaining gaining weight even. Or, success can be getting married, it can be, milestones in your career, in your life in general. So for me, success can be measured in many different ways, but it's always a journey. It's never the end.
Okay, so our next question is, what was the best advice that helped you along the way to become successful?
The best advice was from my father, who said to me, son, don't chase money, chase your dream, and money will chase after you.
Okay. The next question is, so what do you like to do in your spare time?
I want to play PlayStation 5, but I don't have one yet because they all sold out, which is really, really annoying.
Maybe next year.
Yeah, hopefully next year, unless there's like a dodgy guy in Tower Hamlets that wants to meet me in an alleyway and sell it. Or, as surprising as it is, I like to build Lego. I find Lego really therapeutic. And what else do I do in my spare time? I do my martial arts. That really keeps my mind clear. Yeah, just things that I won't usually, anything that's not to do with my line of work, I'll do outside because I feel like I don't make time for that. So stuff like even reading Quran and having Quran lessons, things that I can kind of come away from my work and then go back to it again later.
Do you feel pressured to keep up with the standards of your job?
In what sense? What do you mean?
Like, do you feel pressured from, like, I don't know how to explain it.
Pressure as in...
Like, pressure from, like, your, like, the people surrounding you, or...
As in to keep up the quality of my work, or the concepts of my work, or the messages and stuff?
Like, do you feel pressured from social media and, yeah?
Okay, I used to feel pressure from social media because social media can be a very good place, but a very toxic place at the same time. Like, to be able to manage it in a certain way where you don't get influenced by other people, because Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and all these things, they're there for people to post the best moments in their life. No one posts their struggles. You know, there's a reason why there's a feature called highlights. There's no feature called lowlights. You know, there's no feature called struggles and stuff. So people always post the best part, but you don't know what the story was behind that, or you don't know, you know, they might be posting a picture of them getting an award, but you don't know what they've been going through that day or that year and what they struggled. So I stopped kind of looking at other people and letting them influence me and thinking, oh, why don't I get that opportunity? Because that one's got it, he's got it, he's doing better than me. And I just focused on myself. And the more I did that, the more I was content with, again, the milestones that I had in my life. So I was no longer looking at other people, because there can never be another you. There can only be one of you, and you're set on a path different from someone else. And there is no race, because everyone's going at a different pace. Everyone's going in a different way. So your road is set to you by Allah, and that's the road that you have to be obedient to take. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. The next question is, so do you have like a favourite funny memory from like your childhood or your teenage years?
Favorite moment, like a funny moment or just a favorite moment?
Yeah, funny.
That's a hard one. My whole life is a joke. It's probably it, to be honest. When I was young, I got chased by a dog. That was funny.
Are you scared of dogs?
Am I scared of dogs? Yeah, I'm terrified of them. I got chased by a Rottweiler when I was a kid, and that was it.
Oh, wow.
Our next question is, how do you deal with difficult situations?
In my life or in my career?
Both.
How do I do with difficult? Knowing that it's not going to last. Because every downfall is a temporary situation.
Yeah.
So it's never going to be the end, you know? Yeah. It's like if you hurt yourself, your body's going to heal, you'll get back to normal again through time. You know, so it's knowing that whatever state you're in right now, it's happening for a reason. You may not know the lesson yet. You may learn it in the future, but it's trusting in Allah and thinking, okay, this is happening to me right now. I don't know why, but I'm going to get through it, because it's not going to be like this forever. And that's how I get through things.
Yeah. The next question is, what is your proudest moment?
My proudest moment in my life or career?
Both.
Well, my proudest moment was when my daughter was born. Became a father. My proudest moment in my career would be finishing Corner Shop after 6 years. It was really emotional, turning off the lights in the corner shop and closing the shutters. That was a really emotional scene for me. And just looking back at 6 years of my life that I dedicated to doing a show with no money, no budget, And a lot of people can start YouTube and quit because it gets tough. And just knowing that I plowed through 6 years of that and came out on top, and thought, yeah, you know what, alhamdulillah, I did that. So that was my proudest moment.
After Corner Shop, like, what's next?
I've got other things happening, so my acting career is taking off. Alhamdulillah, I've got a good agent. She's getting me BBC roles and Netflix and ITV and stuff like that. So that, in terms of acting, that's what's next.
So
doing
we're
stuff.
on Netflix?
Yeah, I'm in Man Like Mobeen.
Are you?
Yeah, in season 3, so you can catch that on Netflix or BBC iPlayer.
I watched that. I haven't seen you.
Yeah, I was in the chicken shop.
Was he?
What?
I actually watched that.
In season 3, Mobeen goes into the chicken shop with Tez, who plays 8, and then I served them fried chicken.
Was that you?
Yeah, I went from the corner shop to the chicken shop.
Oh, cool. So...
The last question is, what would you advise to the younger version of yourself or other young people?
Ooh, the younger version of myself, that's a good question. I'd probably advise my younger self to get a better fashion sense.
Oh wow, at least you're honest.
Yeah, and get a better haircut and just, stuff a bit because you look like a scruff. And to younger people, it's a tough one because I don't want to. My advice to younger people would be try not to grow up too fast. But know where you're going. And decisions in your youth, whether you like to admit it or know it or not, really do affect your adulthood, and then you'll turn around and regret it. And every single time an adult said to me, "Oh, when I was your age, I would have done this and I would have done that. When you're older, you're going to learn." And I used to be like, "Oh yeah, whatever, man. You were old, you were young a long time ago," and blah blah blah. But there is a lot of wisdom in people that are older than us that we give them credit for, because we think, "Oh, you were young in the 80s, you were young in the 70s. This is 2000. This is different." But a lot of the wisdom from older people in your family, in your friends, in your circles, I would literally listen to and consider, because it's like, okay, you know what? Yeah, times are different, but experiences can be the same. So that was my advice.
So we now have come to the end of our podcast. Thank you, Islah, for your time. It's been really interesting talking to you. We appreciate it and wish you the best.
Thank you so much. I hope your podcast goes really well.
Thank you.
And I hope you guys can go to your takeout after lockdown.
So too.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Thank you for listening and see you next time.